That is crazy, dude.
3, 2, and 1.
All right, let me get my settings in here. Hold that right there.
Today I have a behind the scenes video using a very unique lens, the 400mm G Master lens for portraits. Now I know it's not the most practical lens to use for portraits, but ever since this lens was announced, me and my friend Marco have been wanting to try it out and rent it for a portrait photo shoot. And at the end of the day, when I shoot with my friend Marco, our end goal all the time is just to have fun. And that's exactly what we did using this bokeh beast. Before we start, I do want to let you know that I'm going to be giving away a free Sony skin. Sony Skins did reach out to me and they sent me this blue one for free to test out and try on a Sony a7 III. And if you want the chance to win one of these for free, to enter, all you got to do is leave a comment in this video and use hashtag Sony Skins, and I will choose a random winner next week. One of the biggest struggles with this lens when I was using it was the fact you have to be so far away. So I tried to set up like a simple base pose to start off, and then I kind of built it up and I kind of was like doing minor adjustments, and I was having to use a lot of hand gestures to kind of pose her as she was so far away. And I started off with natural light. I wanted it to be a little bit easier to shoot, but it was kind of funny because at the beginning, you know, I was doing a countdown timer. Typically when I shoot, I do like a 1, 2, and 3, and I was doing it and she couldn't even hear me because I was so far away. So, you know, I tried my best trying to get some of these faraway shots, and then I came in a little bit closer. It was a little bit easier to communicate, and this was the shot that I came up with. For this next shot, I used the 200mm f2 Nikon lens. My friend Marco bought the adapter so that we could adapt it to a Sony lens. Now, the biggest struggle with this lens was the fact that it didn't do a really great job with autofocus. So I had to take my time, and I was using the manual focus feature in the Sony camera. And I actually really enjoyed this lens. I wish I would have used it a little bit more, but since I rented the 400mm, I spent more time with the 400 for this photo shoot. As we were exchanging lenses, we figured out that placing the 400mm on the ground and putting the camera on top and twisting it on was going to be the easiest way to exchange the lens. On this next shot, I wanted to see how much bokeh I could get. I had a bunch of depth and a bunch of trees in the background, and I wanted to see how it was going to render. After shooting with this lens for about 20 minutes, I realized that the background was super important because the background bokeh, because of the compression, is much different than what I'm used to. So finding something with a lot of color, but more importantly, having that sunlight hit the background was super important. So we kind of struggled. We were moving around. We found this spot in the middle, but there wasn't a lot of sunlight. So we decided to test out using some off-camera flash now because there was not a lot of wind in this specific area. This was a very windy day. So we busted out the Explorer 400 with the Westcott 36-inch, nice little portable setup. And on this shot, you'll notice that because there's no sun hitting in the background, this image didn't pop as much as it could have. And right after that shot, we went looking for that sun. We wanted those dramatic sunlight coming through, and we found this cool spot with the sprinklers. The sun was beaming through. So our first idea was to use the silver reflector. We had just bought it, and of course, when you buy something new, you definitely want to test it out. So the first shot's with the silver reflector. After we used the silver reflector, we decided to add the strobe light for a couple of shots. And what was cool is that the sun was hitting the sprinklers in the background, and it was adding that beautiful mist to the shot. But when you're working with a lens like this, because of the focal length and the compression, you really have to be patient with your framing because any little movement will change the framing of your shot. So I try to be as stable and as still as possible for this photo. At the very end of the photo shoot, I found this nice spot with some beautiful natural light. So these were some of my favorite shots from the photo shoot. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see more behind the scenes videos like this. I haven't done one in a long time. And if you guys want to see more content like this, please let me know. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.